guys, welcome back to another video. It's Kira and today we're going to be talking about the future. I am a senior in high school, meaning this year, in the next month, I have to start applying to universities, colleges, and starting to know where I'm going in life and what I'm doing. And I'm sure a lot of you guys are in the same boat as well, so I thought today would be good to just kind of talk out certain things because I need someone to just talk about this too. And maybe this will also help you guys if you have literally no idea where you're going, to help you kind of like run through some ideas and just have something. So last week in school we had a presentation about the future and like about universities and colleges and applying and scholarships and all this stuff, and it really overwhelmed me. And that's when I realized that I am not prepared at all to start picking what I'm doing in my future. I don't know what I want to do. I don't really know what sort of field interests me at all, really. All I know is definitely not science and as little math as possible, preferably. But like there's too many options. I'm just overwhelmed. I don't know what I'm doing, basically. And I know I'm not the only one there, so I hope this video helps someone else out there who's also struggling with all these things. So let's just talk them out. The first thing that's literally coming up in November is when you can start applying to universities and colleges, which I think that's the path I'm gonna go. I don't want to take a gap year. Apprenticeship, I don't really think I'm going into a field that would do apprenticeship. Again, I don't know. But yeah, so I'm mostly looking at colleges and universities. I have the right courses to go into either. So the first thing I did last week was pick up a few view books for certain schools that are in my area, because personally I don't want to move out right now. Like, having my own room is a luxury. Having my food paid for by my parents is a luxury. Having free internet from my parents is a luxury. So moving into residency where I would have to pay for my own dorm or own apartment, my own food, my own internet, my own everything, that's too much. And to be honest, it's too expensive. University and colleges are already so expensive, like thousands and thousands of dollars just to take their courses. Living there as well it's just an extra cost that personally I really don't want to be in that much debt once I graduate and finish school. But there's probably still going to be some debt. So with these view books, I've been looking and they have all their courses in them. And I've started to narrow down a few. Now, when you're applying to universities and colleges, you can apply to as many programs as you want, but it costs money to apply, right? So for college, it's like a set price to apply to 5 programs. And for university, it's a set price to apply to 3 programs. And university is way more expensive, and it's more of like the book smart, book writing, lectures, notes, exams, tests, stuff like that. Where college, there is still some of that, like book, notes, tests, but there's also a lot more hands-on experience. So depending on which field and which job you want, that's how you choose which one you go to. Although some of them have like same programs, and you can do like half your schooling at a college and then the other half at a university, depending on your program. So can you see why I'm stressed out? Because I have to decide all of this in a matter of 3 weeks, 4 weeks. And then I have to also keep my high school grades up so that I get accepted into all these programs, so then I can actually choose which one I want 100%. So speaking of grades, this is how universities accept or decline you. So you can have really, really good grade 11 marks, and then when you apply in November and the universities or colleges see those grade 11 marks, they're like, wow, yeah, great student, I want that person in my school. And then they'll like be like, okay, like here's an offer to come to our school, but you have to keep your grades at this level, like a mid 80s or something. Your average at a mid 80s. If your grade 12 marks go below that average, that school can be like, okay, never mind, I don't want you at our school anymore, your grades dropped. So it's a lot. You need to be continuing to do super well in school, and you need to figure out your future all at the same time. It's a lot. And I'm only 17 years old. How am I supposed to know what I want to do for the next 30, 40 years of my life? But I'm going to tell you guys what I've been thinking as of right now. So right now I have a few options of what I want to go into, and I suggest you do the same. Like have an option A, B, and C, and then apply to all those, and hopefully you get your option A, but if you don't, at least you have other things. It's like the saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket. That's exactly how this is. Have an option A, B, and C. So for me, I don't know what order mine is in, but what I'm thinking as of right now is a marketing degree or a graphic designing degree, or just like a regular business degree. So that's kind of where I'm at. And maybe finances, I don't know, because that's when you get into a lot of the math stuff. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. It's not in order at all because I haven't fully looked into everything. And then with those potential programs that I want, I then have to look at all colleges and universities in my area because I want to stay at home, and then decide which one has the best program for my ABC, right? For my option A, option B, option C. Of course, I'm going to apply to all the programs that have those categories so that I will hopefully get accepted into at least one, and then get to go do what I want. Although, is this what I want? I don't know. So it's just very stressful and a lot, and I hope that this is helping someone else also feel better, that they're not the only one feeling this stress, and also that we're talking it out, right? So maybe now you're kind of thinking like, okay, well maybe I want to do this degree or this one, and maybe now this video is also helping you pick a few choices. So that's my goal with this video. But then we have to talk about money. So scholarships. Scholarships is something that I recommend everyone applies for. There are so many scholarships that just no one applies for, so the money just is still there and no one got it. So apply. But the problem with scholarships is you can't apply for scholarships until you have a like acceptance or like conditional acceptance to a school, so that you can prove to the scholarship that you are actually going to use that money for school. So we have to wait a while before we can start applying to scholarships, and the point where when you can start applying for scholarships is like, it's a very tight spot where you can, for the ones that require you to have the school you're going to. And that is right around exam season as well, because we're having exams again. Yay! So, stress. But we can do this, okay? Just think about this. All the years before us, all the generations before us went through this exact same thing. This exact same decision, this exact same stress. we do have it a little bit harder because we've just survived a pandemic. It's not completely gone, but but we're strong and we can overcome any challenge proven by the pandemic. So we can make this decision. Just take some time to just sit down, research, think about it, and just go by the steps. Do you want to stay at home? Do you want to go somewhere else? Do you have a preferred school? No? Okay, cool. What are your preferred programs? What are your interests? That was a hard spot for me, but I figured it out, and you can too. Then go to all the schools that have a program for that interest and find the best one. Apply for the best one as the option A, but also apply to 2 other ones in that program or 3 other ones to have an option B and C. And then keep your grades up, apply for scholarships, and you did it. I hope this video helped someone out there just talk through it and just kind of ease the stress a little bit, because I know it definitely helped ease mine. This week also has not been a good week for me. I broke my watch band. So it's going in the trash now. Alright, that's it for this video. Just take a deep breath, relieve all the stress. Alright, I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye!